Okay, y'all. So story time while I do my hair. So you guys remember that I just came back from Medellin, Colombia, right? So I want to tell you guys about my trip. So I'm gonna put a picture of the hotel where I was staying. It was great. Like I had a great time. The pool was great. The food, everything was great. So yeah. So overall, it was great. Like the food was good too. Like even around, I walked around the hotel with my brother. We were around, and it was like dark outside, and it was fine. So when we were leaving, the day that I was leaving the hotel, uh, we get downstairs and there's taxis downstairs, like every hotel that has cab services, right? So the guy is encouraging us to take one of those taxis. Mind you, we've only been taking Uber since we got there, but we're like, fuck it, we'll just take we'll just take one of these cabs. So we load our luggages. It's my little brother, my kids, and I. We load the luggages. They're helping us, like the people from the hotel and the cab driver are helping us um, get in the cab, load our stuff. And as we are driving, as we hit the highway, I'm like, yo, why the fuck we behind this truck? Like we're supposed to go all the way down, like we're driving the highway. These cars are flying by on the other lane. Why are we on this lane, like if we're gonna exit behind this truck? So I didn't think anything of it. Like obviously I find that a little ironic, but whatever. Like I'm in a different country, you know. So as we're driving, well, as the guy's driving, we're in the back. um Out of nowhere, one guy in a motorbike comes like through the window and grabs my phone. I freak out. Like I get a legit panic attack. Like I get a panic attack because I thought that he was, I don't know, like I thought he was coming for my daughter or something, because the way we were sitting, like I was sitting in the cab and my daughter was sitting facing me. And the way he came in, I thought, human trafficking, I don't know. If you're a mom, you understand. Like, you just, you scared. Like, if your kids are around, it's different. Like, the way you're going about things is so different. So, my body and my mind was kind of reacting like if he did something else, like if he did something bigger. Like I legit got a panic attack, and I'm like crying, and I'm screaming at the same time. Thank God my little brother was there, because my little brother was like, yo, like you need to chill out, like that's it, he took your phone, that's it. So after that, mind you, we had the windows down because it was hot as fuck in that cab, and the cab driver didn't turn the AC. After that happened, and at the moment I'm in a state of shock. Like we're all in a state of shock, and we're focused on my kids. But we don't. It's so much going on in a foreign country. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. So I don't even know where this nigga's taking me. Um. So after that happened, the cab driver puts up the window, turns on turns on the AC, moves away from that lane, and start driving fast, like the way we should have been driving since the beginning. And when I'm also getting this panic attack, this nigga has no reaction. You think he looked back? Like at the moment, like what happened or whatever. Like any human being, when something happens, if you hear anyone screaming like that, like the way that y'all know that I'm dramatic. So imagine if I was really, really like scared and shocked. So all my drama plus all that trauma, and remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I got attacked with my kids soon in New York, and the guy snatched my chain. So this is times two. Yeah, so the guy, like as we keep going, he's like, oh, what happened? Oh, they took the phone. Mind you, in Colombia, when they take your phone, the cab driver he comes out of the cab, and he starts screaming like, oh, they stole the phone, they stole the phone. That way the other people in the motorbikes are able like to chase the guy. Because there's mad freaking motorbikes in Colombia, like I think more motorbikes than freaking cabs. This guy did nothing. He did absolutely nothing, and I'm still not understanding. I'm still not getting it. I'm still thinking that I'm just like that guy just popped up out of nowhere. So I get to my destination, which is where my big brother was. I was meeting up with my big brother prior to me going to the airport. This was the same day that I was coming back. So the nigga took my phone, and I'm like, you know what? fuck you, use a bomb. I'm gonna report it. I'm gonna call T-Mobile. I'm gonna lock it. He can't do anything. So I call T-Mobile, and I'm going through, all the steps, all this BS, and I'm trying to lock it. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to take as far as I can take it. Lock that phone. Report it stolen. Like I don't want them to get on even, like, because sometimes you can't connect the phone, but it works with Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. I don't really know about phones like that. But I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, well, the phone is white. That's it. Like, the phone is locked. They can't connect it. Even if they take it to a store, the store needs to show proof of purchase so they can connect the phone. And then on my brother's phone, I was able to get on iCloud to delete all my stuff, right? I'm thinking these people just want the phone, right? That's all I'm thinking. I'm not thinking anything more than that, because over here, I mean, they don't really steal phones over here anymore. But before, when they used to steal phones, it was just to connect it. Couple hours later, maybe like 3 hours later, I'm at the airport. I went to TSA. Like, I'm good. I'm in. I'm by the gate. I'm getting my kids food so they can munch on before we get on this flight. So I'm like, oh, let me. I had my iPad with me. I'm like, oh, let me connect to the Wi-Fi so I can, I don't know, get on Instagram. I don't know, just just to have Wi-Fi, right? And when I connect to the Wi-Fi, I get a message on my iPad stating that I added some guy, which I will upload the picture. I will put the picture also. That I added him to my Zelle with capital One. So again, me da un teque teque. And I am in full fucking panic mode at the airport because, let me tell you why. Capital One is where I have my savings. Every transaction, every time I have Zelle someone, when I get paid, if I buy something online, if I cash out someone, every transaction I do it with Chase. Capital One is where I have my savings. So what the fuck do you mean that I added some random ass nigga to my motherfucking Zelle? So I'm crying, I'm bugging out. Again, my little brother, God bless my little brother, on the lookout, grabs me and tells me, yo, chill out. Like, this guy is literally doing the transaction as I'm holding my iPad. My brother's like, call your bank. Call your bank. So I call Capital One. These people can't even understand me because I'm crying, I'm bugging out. Like, oh my God, someone's scamming me. There's so much. I'm over here trying to tell them everything from, like, I came out of the hotel and then the cab and then someone came. Like, I'm telling this bitch everything that she don't need to know. All she needs to know is, yo, lock my account, bro. So I finally tell her, like, they're trying to take out money, right? They're trying to take out money from my account. Oh, but let me tell you how much. This nigga transferred from my savings to my checking from Capital One. I have a checking and a savings, but I don't use the checking. It's just if I want to transfer money from Chase, I sell myself to Capital One, then I move it to my savings instead of, like, doing a transaction that would take a couple days from Chase to Capital One. So this guy, he transferred from my savings into my checking $3,000, and then he's like, oh, there's some kind of money. These people are probably tourists. They're not people from Colombia. So he got greedy. So then he transferred $6,000 more. So that's $9,000 that this guy transferred from my savings into my checking. And from that checking, he zelled himself $3,000, which is fucking ironic. Because since when you can zell someone $3,000, I can even zell myself from one bank to another bank $3,000. I will also post a picture so you see I'm not fucking lying. So right there is when I call the bank, because if not, this guy's gonna keep going. I'm talking to the bank. I'm telling them, like, yo, and she's like, oh yeah, I can see on my end, like, the transaction is being made right now, like, trying to process more Zelle payment. She's like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna unlink your email and unlink your number so they won't be able to Zelle. And I'm like, okay, lock my account because I'm getting on a 6-hour flight, and who knows what's gonna happen once I land? You know what I'm saying? And I already don't got a phone. So she's like, okay, no worries. I'm gonna lock it. Alright. So she's like, oh, we're gonna give you a temporary $3,000. we're gonna open up an investigation and all that, and depending how that goes, like you keep the $3,000 or whatever. Like the investigation needs to happen. Cool. So I get on the plane. Oh, before that, I called Chase and I was like, hey, listen, like, there's fraud being done in my account with Capital One. I don't know. Like, nothing has happened with Chase. However, I want to lock my account. I want to freeze my account just in case, because if they got there, they can get to my Chase. Mind you, remember I told you I called T-Mobile already. Like, there's no way they can get in this phone. And we got on iCloud and we deleted everything. So how? Like, this is some shit that the FBI has. Like, this is they probably like hacked some shit from the government for these people to have access, because there is no way. Y'all think y'all be scamming here because y'all be getting sneakers and clothes. Yo, this is on some next level. My phone wasn't even open. And this is the funny thing. I tried to change my password and I'm trying to log on to my app and I couldn't because I need a two-step verification. So how the hell they're doing it? Like, what kind of system they have? Well, it's now the next day. I wake up. I'm like, fuck work. I'm not going to work. I'm upset. I've just been robbed. I'm in my feelings. My kids are sad. I'm not going to work. So I call out, don't go to work. Um, and I get on my iPad. And when I get on, obviously it's connected to my house Wi-Fi. I get a message. Can you believe it? I get another message that I made a transfer from my Capital One into my Chase account. Okay, I made another. So remember the 9,000 that he moved from my savings into my checking with Capital One. So, and then he zelled himself 3,000. So he left 6,000 in this checking, right? And now the girl unlinked whatever is Zelle. He's back in my Capital One after I called the girl yesterday, right, the day before, and told her to let my account. There's fraud being done. So he's back in my Capital One in my savings. And now he transferred another $3,000 into my Chase, right? So he can Zelle himself from here. Mind you, remember I told you, it takes a couple days from bank to bank unless you Zelle. To make that transfer or like a wire, whatever, it takes time. So I canceled it. I tell my big brother, again, I'm crying, I'm upset. My big brother is still in Colombia. He's like, yo, get ready, like go to the fucking bank. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. He's like, no. Get ready and go right now. So I go to the bank, I go in my little attitude over there, and I'm talking shit. Like, I told you I locked my stuff. And she's like, oh, well, she says she can't lock it. That I need to call. They don't deal with that. I'm like, well, what the hell are you here for? For that, just have an ATM. Because what do we need these humans for if you can't do anything? I'm telling you what happened. You can't do anything. You can't tell me anything. You can't lock it. So whatever. She was like, oh, we're gonna send you a new debit card. I'm like, bitch, I don't need a new debit card. I have my debit card in my bag. These people are in my account number. The debit card has nothing to do. It's beyond that. So she's giving me a runaround, and I'm like, give me my money. I want to cash out. Give me all the money in my accounts and close my account. Because if you as a bank can't protect me, then I don't want to bank with y'all. So she's like, oh, well, we can't close it just like that because there's a investigation of the $3,000. I said, all right, leave the $3,000 lingering wherever it's at with the investigation and give me the rest of my money. Put it in a check, give it to me cash. I don't care how you do it. I want my money. Give me all my money because I don't trust you guys anymore. So yeah, so I cashed out. And I go get a phone. That's my next concern. When I get a phone, I'm downloading my apps again. This guy took my WhatsApp, made it into a business account. Put his email. I'll put a picture of that as well. It was his. O sea, this guy, he's me. Like, at this point, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get a new email. I don't know if I should get a new number. I called the 3 credit bureaus just to freeze everything because I don't want anyone taking out any credit cards, or I don't know. Like, I don't know what these people are capable of doing. But lesson learned. My tip, would I go back to Colombia? Yeah, I'll go back. But next time that I'll go, I will go back with my man. But you know what? Like, a lot of things were happening prior to me going. Like, warnings. Like, last minute, Vin couldn't go. Um, I wouldn't go by myself again. Not by myself because they're my brothers, but everyone was staying like in their own in their own room, in their own place. So it was just really like my kids and I. I wouldn't go by myself again. What am I? What am I, man? I don't know with the kids, but I will go again. I wouldn't stay at the same place because obviously I don't trust those people, and I will only take Uber. So if you're going to Colombia, take Ubers. Do not trust anybody. Do not take um taxis like outside, even if it's outside of where you're staying. Don't take it. Don't trust it. Don't trust anybody. If you get in an Uber, tell them to turn on the AC and put up your window, and I don't know, and just have your maps on, like your Google Maps, because you don't know where they're taking you. These people are so slick, so grimy. But to wrap up the long story, I closed my accounts. They did reimburse me my money. So they didn't take my money because he got greedy. He was stupid. He should have went to cash out because this happened to someone else and they went and cashed out. I don't know what technique they had, and then when she tried to report it, they were like, no, because you went to the ATM to retrieve it. Like you like they were acting like she was in on it or something, but she couldn't get her money back. So if he would have went and cashed out, possibility that he would have been good, but that's what happens when you get too greedy. So really, all I lost was my iPhone 16. But I went and I grabbed the phone for like 300 something dollars. I don't know. And then when I come home, my man had got me a phone. He came to surprise me with a phone. So now I got two phones. So yeah, so that was my vacation. I Please don't take away from Colombia being a beautiful, beautiful place. Like Colombia is so beautiful. I went to so many different places. I ate in a lot of different spots, a lot of rooftop, because you know that everywhere in Medellin is like hills and montañas, you know. So I explored it. We went to the Comuna where Pablo Escobar, like his hood. It was great. Like I had a great time. I had a marvelous time. My kids had a great time. It was just that bad experience, I guess. So I wouldn't leave with a taste of what Colombia is really like. But I'm alright now. In the when it first happened, I was freaking out. I was sad. I was crying, but I'm okay now. It is what it is. A lesson learned, and I wanted to do a story time so whoever goes over there can be aware. Like these things really happen, and I just thank God. Like I was like, bro, I need to get on my knees and thank God because I made it back home with my kids. Like nothing happened to us. Like physically, nothing happened to us. I made it back home with my kids. We don't trust that cab driver. Obviously, that cab driver could have took us anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I thank God that I'm here and I'm able to come and say what happened. And my kids are back and we're back in New York, safe and sound. Like thank God. All right, bye guys.